is the segments of your body and what orientation in terms of when they start. What moves first? Well, the ground, you push against the ground. So Newton's second law, you're going to push against the ground to generate a force, and then that force comes up at you. So if you push down 200 pounds, it's going to push back. Well, that should initialize your hips. In your swing, though, from the top, you can see it right there. You get a little bit of shift going on, but really, from there, your hands and arms outrace your body. So in terms of sequencing, I'd like to engage your lower half a little earlier. You're pretty loaded there. And when I say loaded, you haven't casted the club, right? I mean, you're storing energy. You haven't, a lot of guys have already uncocked their wrists at that point. But for me, that's not a big issue. My issue with you is you don't get enough shift. Your stance is too wide. Your ankles are not underneath your hips. On the right foot, there's your ankle, there's your hip. On the left, it's just too wide for an iron shot. So you need to bring both feet in, and that'll help you shift your weight. So in order to get rid of a pull, there's two things that we need to do. We need to get a little bit more glide, I call it, or lateral movement toward the target. There's very little, although there is some. So the more we can get your left hip to move toward the target initially, maybe 4 to 6 inches, the better. And so what we're going to focus on is less movement off the ball and a little more lateral shift toward the target. So we'll be in just a sec. Yeah. So what we got to do is we got to get this over there. Yeah. So you're a couple inches short of where we want to go. And we're going to control the face. Now, how are we going to control the face? We're basically going to say, all right, when you start down, I want you to sense that the golf club is being moved by your body and not your hands. And I think, like I said in the very beginning, your transition starts too quickly with your hands. Yeah. So do we speed up your body? Not necessarily. We just get it started earlier. I mean, you already have pretty fast steps, but they're just out of sequence. I think the hands and arms outrace. And we're going to do a couple other things in your swing here. Like I said, most of it will be a setup position change. The other thing is, where you put the ball is important. I think that's too far forward. I want it to move back just a half a ball or even a full ball so that it's about 1 inch in front of your the center of your chest. I think that's just a little too far forward. All right, now I got to talk about your grip. On-top golfers need a little bit more of a counterclockwise rotation of your right hand. So your right hand grip would be more on top. That would match a side cover position. If you were an under golfer, you'd have an under grip, but you're not. So your right hand grip is just a little weak. Just a little. I mean, we're just going to... All right.